me out.
What's going on, young freedmen? It's your boy, Ghetto Freeman, back at it again. All right, so today we're gonna be talking about and to Mr. Pharrell, right? If you guys have not seen the recent comments that he's made, he said he hates politics, believes it's a magic trick, and that supporting either side creates division. Sir, so I don't think that he realizes what hip-hop is, right? Hip-hop being a socio-political genre of music, you being a super producer within the space of hip-hop, to say that you hate politics is to say that you hate how you became successful. Inadvertently, inherently, however you want to put it, the two cannot exist at the same time, right? Especially understanding that our existence in this country is nothing but political, right? 13th, 14th, 15th Amendments, Civil Rights era, our existence in this country is inherently political. We can't get away from politics, right? Unfortunately. While I do agree that choosing either side creates division in the sense of, per this cave supremacist system, understanding what politics is, which is the mechanism of the distribution of resources, how can you really hate politics, right? Just from that very basic sense. And so I think I kind of get what he was trying to say. And then to go into, bootstrapperism is crazy, right? So it's to say that, okay, well, if DEI ever comes back, then cool. But until then, I'm going to focus on being the best. How about acknowledging the fact that we are the best because we're black? It's not a matter of a decision. It's not a matter of one or the other. We're the best because we're black. We are the best because right out of slavery, we were the fastest group to become literate. Right out of slavery, we built economically autonomous communities. Right out of slavery, we invented the motherfucking light bulb, the telephone, etc. Built the White House, etc. Right? So I think it is very damaging, and it is very, really elitist, but it is very ignorant to say that you hate politics, right? As someone who has been politically inclined since 16, since Obizi's second term, I understand what politics is. I understand what politics is abstract of cave supremacy. I understand what politics is in light of cave supremacy and in this cave supremacy system, right? And so it's to say that, do you want the job because you're the best or because you're black? The fuck do you mean? Actually, both. I do want it because I'm black, because I'm an American descendant of slavery, and my people are the only people who have had to have laws written just so they can not only be not susceptible to becoming slaves because of the color of their skin, but to be citizens in this country, right? We literally had to have 2 rounds of voting laws in order for us to be able to vote without harm or, without threat, right? And so, excuse me. And so I think that it is very harmful. Those remarks coming from him, especially in this climate, and especially coming from him with impressionable ears listening, right? There's already a lot of niggas who, are coons, are not pro-black, right? They, don't think that racism is real, while literally our voting rights are being challenged in the Supreme Court after already having certain sections struck down. I don't see anybody else motherfucking rights being threatened, being challenged, or anything. Just ours, right? And so it's very interesting to hear someone who became so successful, so wealthy, off of something that is inherently politically inclined. Irony, isn't it? And so it's to say that If you say you hate politics and you think it's a magic trick, do you feel that way about your career? Do you feel that way about why you're successful? Probably not. And so I think his comments, making them in abstract of how he even got to the position that he's in, is just foolish, and it is harmful, and it allows for the caves and other coons to continue to spew that bullshit. Oh, there's no such thing as racism. Oh, it is so long ago. Oh, look, there's rich niggas. So are you really oppressed? And things like that, while not acknowledging and understanding the difference between the economy and politics, right? So yes, politics is used to regulate our economy, but they are not always, they're not the same thing, right? I understand in this system they're not mutually exclusive, more or less, but they are mutually exclusive, actually, right? And so, especially when you get into things like autonomy, and you get into things like, can farm and build my own house and provide my own irrigation, water, and things like that, then do you really need a government, right? And so, I think that, not only was it very harmful and, leaves the door open for more harmful rhetoric from not only black people to other black people, but from the caves to us, right? It is really disheartening coming from I'm sure he's Black American descendant of slavery. So for him to say that is just like, it's really par for the course, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Because I guess niggas, once they get to a certain level of success, they don't feel like they are affected politically, but just because he's rich doesn't mean that his voting rights are not being challenged, right? And so with that, to digress real quick, side note, with them challenging our voting rights, right, them trying to strike down the last viable section of the Voting Rights Act, with them challenging our voting rights, they are literally trying to put term limits on justice for us, right? And so if they are able to do this, it's only a matter of time before they come forward 13th, 14th, 15th amendments. And who is that going to affect? Okay. So I think that that's why I think it's very dangerous and harmful to our community to make those kinds of comments coming from someone like him, especially with hip hop being what it is and why and how it came about. I think that is very ignorant. I think that it is very elitist. I think that it is very pompous. I think that it is very harmful to us collectively as a people, because what the fuck do you mean? Do you feel that way about your success? Probably not. And so we need to make sure that we are countering sentiment and rhetoric like this, right? Because it is very fucking harmful, right? Do you want the job because you're the best or because you're black? Are you not the best because you're black? Do you not know what is coursing through your veins as far as perseverance, right? We became literate with no help out of slavery. Madam C.J. Walker, you see what I'm saying? Lewis Lattimore, right? So many ingenuitive, successful black people were able to do such great things. Black Wall Streets throughout the country, right out of slavery. And then, to be legislatively disenfranchised or no justice recourse was ever delivered. Nobody was ever held accountable for the atrocities that they committed, right, to our people. And so to say that you hate politics as a black American is damaging, especially as a rich black person, because it only opens the gates for the caves to say what they've been saying towards us. It only opens the gates for coons to continue to be coons, right? And understanding the environment that we're in, this is why I don't like the whole black people are not a monolith rhetoric. Certain things in this motherfucking paradigm, in this era, just period, but we don't even have a fucking hate crime bill, let alone reparations. It is imperative for us to be a monolith. We can't say reparations, we can't champion for reparations, but then having rich niggas coming out saying shit like this. The two don't go together, right? And so if you support this, if you're one of the niggas, the best, if you're one of them niggas, I need you to either get on game or get the fuck out the way. And you can stay here with the caves when we build new Wakanda. Because I'm not fucking having it. And the way I see a lot of niggas, yeah, he's right, blah, blah, blah. And I've seen a lot of people, respond to his sentiments, on both sides. And, if you're one of the niggas that support what he said in that sentiment, in that regard, I need you to wake up. I need you to wake up, because no amount of money is going to absolve you from whenever they get ready to rescind our rights. You see what they did with affirmative action. You see what they did with DEI, even though that's for everybody. Affirmative action was for us, DEI is for everybody, right? They're literally using the 14th Amendment to strike down the last remaining section of the Voting Rights Act. So, what do you mean you hate politics, right? I need you to have that same energy for Clarence Thomas. Yeah, I need you to actually put that energy where it matters, as opposed to, oh, we shouldn't be worried about that. It's not affecting you unless you choose for it to affect you. Blah 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 blah. I'm sure you feel that way until it's time to go vote. Whether it be for local or presidential, whatever. I'm sure you feel that way until you want government to show up however you want them to show up. It's real easy to say that when you're on the other side of shit. But understanding who we are, understanding our lives and our existence in this country is very fucking political. And so, and hip hop is very political. So for you to say you hate politics and it's a magic trick and blah, 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 all this other dumb shit, it is harmful. And I hope not too many niggas listen to that. I hope not too many niggas really take that as something viable and something to go off of and something to perpetuate. Because going into 2026, Project 2025 is in full motherfucking swing. We don't have time to be deliberating whether or not racism and things and the legacy of racism is whether or not it's affecting us. Our voting rights are literally being challenged in the Supreme Court. Ours. Who the fuck else has civil rights in this country? Who was civil rights for in this country? Nobody else. So, that is what I have to say on the matter. If you got some out of content, please like, share, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more. Peace. Stay young, stay pro-black.
I'm young and I'm black and my hat's real low. You don't like my lyrics, you can press fast forward. Fuck yeah.